Japanese cinematography became known in the West thanks to directors like Akira Kurosawa, Yasujiro Ozu, Masaki Kobayashi and finally, Kenji Mizoguchi. Where we can notice countless essays about the first three. Mizoguchi is rarely mentioned. Besides Mizoguchi, there are many great directors that do not get enough credit in the West. Coming back to the first four. He was the oldest of them all. He is known as probably the greatest observer of human suffering. Characters originate from all social groups. Their actions are forced by their social class. That involves forced marriage, unquestionable faithfulness, lack of independence, and all forms of slavery including prostitution. As Mizoguchi is looking and reflecting upon his very close family member, so many films are very personal. Theme of haunting loss of his younger sister sold to geisha house, who he has never seen again, is a personal story. Women are usual subjects of unfairness of society, but so are affected the male figures, who also struggle to keep up with made-up virtues like honor, success, blind obedience, money and suppression of emotions. Where the mutiny can be reserved either to committing a suicide or act of adultery. So what are Mizoguchi's ways of insight? His main weapon is long take, which creates an illusion of one moving picture to tell a story. One image is absolutely linked to another in simple logic and order, just like the old legend is told. Characters are like statues, who seem to be moved by a force of inevitable fate. Everything seems to be predestined by their status in the never-ending circle of suffering. In war locations and dark quarters. Accompanying silent nature deaf to human begging. Characters are strong. Truly virtuous in opposition to society. They achieve purity by sacrifice and by being loyal to their own beliefs. Stories do not always end tragically. If they do, they serve as future warnings. Protagonists are in strong opposition to nihilism. Pictures speak for themselves and let us contemplate and reflect. They are rarely reserved to any form of action. We are rather observers from the impotent God perspective. Awakening the empathy. Nature is silent. Gods are silent. Death is creeping. Beauty is giving into decay until the new beginning. Contemplating the suffering. To understand human sacrifice and forge it into better fate. Which in my belief is what Mizoguchi truly wanted. He was a supreme realist and a supreme fantasist at the same time, therefore blending two realities into one is a remarkable achievement.